I think we're at a point, I don't think, it's obvious that we're at a point of standing on the edge of a cliff. This cannot happen. No politeness, no please. I think it's time for us to organize, given the incredible presentations that we've seen about women's land art. And as a matter of fact, what is land? Women didn't have to go into the desert and trample around. They looked around themselves. They were in cities. Cities was land. And what is particularly incredible about how women went about, quote, land art, they invented a conversation, a living conversation on many levels. In terms of articles that were written, books that were written, but the real conversation was physical. There's a beautiful quote from Diane Arbus, the great photographer. And this is what women's land art did. I recognize what I've never seen before. And in many ways, that is what women were doing. Mm-hmm. And that is what we have in Mary's work. I recognize what I've never seen before. This was the extraordinary gift that women were making to the field of art. They were collaborating with communities. Often everything they built and designed was designed with communities, bringing in landscape architects, engineers, to construct something that you had to physically experience. And what that gives someone is a re-recognition of their own cities, their own areas of cities. It opens up interior landscapes. And that is what Diane Arbus was talking about. I recognize you and I recognize myself. What art that is on the wall in museums has that capacity? Tell me. Where do citizens go of a small town, a large town, a city, to re-experience through women's land art a river? When you walk a spiral, it does something that is extraordinary. I don't know if anyone watching this has ever thought about it, but when you walk a spiral, your view blooms. It's not something you have to take a car to find the quote end or beginning of something. No, it's the body. And what the body recognizes remains in the brain. It influences you beyond anything. The body is the precursor. The mind's working, but it's the body that leads it. And this is what Mary's work, Double Sight, did. And it did it not just for people who went to the museum. No. It did it with the cooperation of the land and the experience of the land. It allowed people to see their environment differently. And what's more important to a citizen than their environment? Tell me.